My speech today is Rethinking Safety. Why should we defund the police? Imagine calling 911 because your friend is having a mental health crisis, and instead of getting help, you're met with armed officers who escalate the situation. Now imagine if instead a trained counselor or crisis worker arrived helping to calm the scene and provide actual support. This is not a fantasy. It's a vision of what public safety could look like if we defund the police. I know that the term defund the police can sound extreme or threatening, but let me be clear. It doesn't mean we eliminate law enforcement. It means we rethink how we invest in community safety by shifting sources away from over policing and into services that addresses the root cause of crime. Today I'll explain why defunding the police is not only practical but necessary for fairness, safety, and justice in our communities. Police are currently tasked with responding to a wide range of social issues: mental health, homelessness, drug addiction, even school discipline. But police aren't trained for these roles and often make situations worse. According to a study by the Washington Post, 1 in 4 people are killed by police in the U.S. has mental illness. In many cities, police consume 30 to 50% of the entire city budget, leaving little for housing, education, and healthcare. Is this the best use of our resources, or are armed officers really the right people to handle every crisis? According to a Stanford Law Review, despite massive spending on policing communities, especially Black, brown, and low-income communities, remain over-policed and overprotected. In cities like Minneapolis, where George Floyd was murdered, policing had already increased, yet public trust and safety declined. According to BlackLivesMatter.com, police violence remains a leading cause of death for young Black men in America. More police doesn't mean more safety. It often means more fear, more trauma, and more injustice. Defunding the police means redirecting some of the massive police budget to fund services that prevent crime before it happens. What if we had more counselors in school instead of officers? What if mental health crises were met with trained social workers instead of guns? What if affordable housing and addiction treatment were seen as crime prevention? In cities like Eugene, Oregon, the Cahoots program sends unarmed crisis workers to respond to mental health and homelessness calls. It saved the city millions and prevented unnecessary police violence. I wanted to speak on George Floyd. He was an African American man murdered by a white police officer in Minneapolis. A store clerk suspected him of using a counterfeit $20 bill. The clerk called the police and things got out of hand and escalated. One of the 4 officers knelt on his neck and back for over 9 minutes. As you can hear his screams saying, "I can't breathe." That also became one of the slogans for his protest. This could have been prevented in so many ways. It is time to stop asking police to fix every problem in our community, especially when they're not trained or equipped to do so. Defunding the police doesn't mean chaos. It means building a smarter system, a smarter safety system that truly serves everyone. Imagine a community where schools are fully funded, where mental health care is accessible, and where safety means not surveillance. This world is possible, but only if we're willing to imagine it. Let's stop pouring billions into that broken system. Let's defund the police and invest in people. Thank you.